Hello, everyone. Carrie Heaps here with Pageant Platform Magazine and Podcast. I just wanted to do a really quick video. A lot of you have had questions on sponsorships, how to gain different sponsors and approach businesses. So hopefully this little video that I'm going to do will give you a couple of tips and get you rolling. First and foremost, keep in mind when you are approaching businesses for sponsorships, it's not like approaching friends and family. Typically, these are people who don't really know you. Maybe you do frequent a restaurant or frequent a dress shop that you're going into, but they don't really know you and want to support you personally as much as friends and family do. So you kind of have to take it, look at it from a different angle. Remember that businesses are in business to make a profit. So they're looking at any kind of advertising, anything that they do where they're spending money. They want to know what's in it for them. So kind of change your thinking a little bit when you approach them, and keep that in mind that they are looking to, see what their return on investment is going to be. So if for some reason they're not interested or they can't do it right now, they might be able to do it later. So 3 quick things. Definitely, like I said, change your thinking about it. Remember that they approach it as what's in it for them, what's going to be their return on investment. So kind of alter your thinking a little bit. When you go in there to talk to them, always make sure that, if you have a full page ad, half page ad, quarter page ad, if you have different options for them, you're going to have to do a little bit of selling and, let them know, hey, if you get a full page ad, if you have a social media profile, offer to do a few tweets or a few Facebook shout outs for them, thanking them personally for sponsoring you in the pageant. I would recommend doing that for the half page and the full page ads to entice them to basically buy up a little bit. The reason you want to do that is because the larger the ad is, the less you're probably going to have to sell to cover your entry fee and to perhaps make a little bit of extra money as well for yourself to cover other expenses associated with your pageant. The other thing that you can do is, when you're talking to them, come up with 5 different things that you can do, like maybe a social media promotion. If you're on Twitter or Instagram, let them know how many followers you have that are local. And just let them know that you'll do, maybe come up with a number, like 3 or 4 different promotional tweets, or maybe 1 a month up until the pageant, and then 1 or 2 after the pageant, just to, again, thank them for that. Make sure that you'll let them know any extra program books you'll hand out, maybe an extra 10 for them to their ideal clients. So for example, if you get a hair salon or if you get a dress shop, you could always let them know, hey, I have a few of my cousins, they're thinking about participating in pageants, or they're thinking about, competing later on. I'm going to give them a copy of the program book that has your ad in it so they can see and they'll know how to contact you. Let them know that you're there to help them, that you want to make sure that they benefit from this as well. So that's another thing that you can do. The last thing that you can do is you can actually, help them. Let's just say it's somebody who sells life insurance, and ask them, who do they want to get in front of? Who's their ideal client? And when you're asking them those questions, they know that you have a general interest in their business and a genuine interest in helping them. So if they tell you, oh, well, I really like to talk to people who are married, maybe nearing retirement, then you want to think about who you know in your circle, whether it's your cousin or your friends or your parents or your friends' parents, that you could actually do an introduction or hand out their business cards for them. So there's a lot of different ways that you can add value to what they're doing, and even charge them a little bit extra for that. Just say, if you pay an extra $25, I'm willing to do this. But you need to come up with something that you're comfortable doing and that you're comfortable following through on. That's very important. Never promise them something that you can't deliver on. So those are just a couple of ideas to kind of, get you going with that, and to be able to get you in the door and get the business owner to talk to you. Now, if for some reason they're not interested or they're not able to, buy an ad, it's not in their budget, ask them 2 different questions before you leave. Number 1, tell them that you totally understand. Thank you for taking the time to talk with me. Would it be okay if I reached back out to you for the next pageant that I do, in the next 6 months? Would that be okay? And if they say yes, just put a little check mark by their name and know that you can come back to them for the next pageant that you compete in. The second question I want you to ask them is, I understand that you're not able to do anything right now, but I am trying to get a few more ads sold. Do you know of some additional business owners that I could talk to that might benefit from this type of advertising and this type of publicity? And it never hurts to ask. They might tell you no one comes to mind, but they might also tell you, as a matter of fact, yes, talk to so and so down the street, or talk to, our partners that are down the road. So they can give you a couple of extra referrals. When you get those, that's like a warm lead. So you're able to walk into that business, ask for whoever they tell you to ask for, and let them know, hey, Herbie down the street referred me to you. Do you have a few minutes to talk with me about the program book and the pageant that I'm competing in? So it's just a great way to get additional referrals if you're not sure what your next step should be. And then you can always go back to that same business for the next pageant that you compete in. If you're looking for some additional help on gaining sponsors, how you can really fund your pageants at little to no cost out of pocket, click on the link below. We have our audio product, which is gaining pageant sponsors for little to no cost, and it is an actual audio program that you can download, and we have a couple of great tips in there, and just so many things from start to finish that can help you in your sponsorship quest and being able to get the different things that need to be paid for, so you don't have to pay for those out of pocket. So just click on the link below to learn more, and as always, we are wishing you continued success.